Hi there. I'm Flor Nicolas. I'm the current Vice Mayor of South San Francisco. And I'm here to read for you a book, Jack and Ague. This is very important because this helps our children thrive when they see themselves in the books that we read. So I would like to acknowledge my kababayan, Justin Villanueva, and Sawaga River Press for giving us the permission to read this book. For more information, check out the website of sawagariverpress.com. Jack and Ague. Once there was a child named Jack. Jack loved going to the library with his mama. There you can see Jack going to the library with his mama. Jack also loved books. Books about astronauts, one-eyed pirates, and wand-wielding wizards off on their grand adventures. At night, when his papa read to him, Jack roamed to his heart's desire. There is Jack, pretending to be the astronaut, the wand-wielding wizard, or the one-eyed pirate. But then Jack noticed something. In many of the books he read, most of the characters he saw blue-eyed, yellow-haired, and fair-skinned. They don't look like him. He worried it meant he could not be a pirate or an astronaut or a wizard after all. Jack was sad for a long time until he thought of a brilliant idea. Jack took out his favorite crayon, the brown crayon. Brown like the champurrado, the chocolate rice porridge that his lolo, his grandpa, often made him for breakfast. Brown like the mud he loved to roll in when it rained. Brown like his mama's skin. Jack took out the library book. He colored the one-eyed pirate. He colored it brown and the wand-wielding wizard brown. He colored one page, then two, and when he finished coloring the whole book, he took out another. His kuya, his older brother, decided to help. They colored for a long time. A few weeks passed. One afternoon, Jack's mama called him over. "The librarian just called me," she said. "She'd like to know if you colored the books brown." Through his tears, Jack said, "Yes, I did, Mama. I fixed them so that the astronauts and the wizards would look like me." His mama gave him a big hug. This is so heartbreaking. That night, Jack's mama tucked him into bed and told him a story. "Once there was a child named Ague," she said. "His lola, his grandma, gave him an anting-anting. It is a charm to wear around his neck to protect him from harm. He grew up to lead a fight against the invaders of his homeland. He had black hair and brown skin, and he looked very much like you." As Jack's mama told the adventures of Ague, Jack's ears perked up, his eyes wide open. He imagined he was with a brave Ague. Look, there is Jack as the brave Ague. Jack, who is now Ague, was frolicking with a Shokoy and Sirena. the spirit keepers of the Pulangi River. There he is, seeking permission from the Diwata, guardian of the forest, to catch wild boar for the villagers to eat. There is Agyu offering flowers and herbs to the Baybaylan healer. And there is Agyu helping his lolo, his lola, mama, papa, kuya, family, and fellow kapwa ride the golden flying salimbal to everlasting freedom. Jack slept with a smile on his face. The next morning, Jack went with his mama to see the librarian. He explained why he colored the books brown. He said he was so sorry and offered to pay. Before Jack left the librarian promised she would do her best to help him and other children find the books that they longed for. From then on, everywhere he went, Jack brought his crayons and paper with him. He loved to draw, and he'd draw all the characters from his mama's stories, especially Agyu, who looked very much like him. That's the end. Representation is very, very important. So let's remember this. We can all thrive. This is a city of diverse cultures. However, we are always very inclusive. Thank you. For Isabella and all the other children, especially those of AAPI heritage.